Yeah. Start this off. Welcome to Meat and Freezer Outdoors. We're here at Lolo Peak Brewery. Beautiful place.
It is.
We're here with Brian and Brandon from Raven Ridge Knives. They're going to be talking to us about their knives. They got a pretty cool story about the grizzly bear encounter as well. So let's do this. So how did you get into hunting? Actually, let's start off with a little bit about yourself first.
Yeah. I don't know if necessarily it was hunting or a requirement. It was, raised with my grandfather mostly. My dad drove trucks, so he was gone a long time. So raised with my grandfather. My grandfather was brought up in a system of majority of the fresh meat came from hunting. Game laws were not near as strict as they are now. So you literally filled your freezer, your name of your show is awesome, fed your family through the process of acquiring wild animals, fish, rabbits, squirrels, muskrat ain't bad. I mean, I've eaten a lot of weird things. So getting into hunting was just another means of acquiring food. As the years pass on, hunting's gotten much more sophisticated.
With public land closure and everything else like that.
Yeah, that's a huge thing. From Pennsylvania originally, so Pennsylvania land loss out there for public use is tenfold out here, and I mean, without getting too political, you guys and now us guys got to get involved in that process of saving that public ground, because it's a piece here, a piece there, a piece there, and that piece never comes back. It's gone, and I know right now there's some litigation going on with that possibility of losing some public grounds.
It's under constant threat, really.
Yeah, and not to sound uncaring or whatever, I moving out here, I don't have the time to hunt the ground Indian south. But generational,
right?
Generations down and down and down. My grandfather, let's just say he hunted 100%. My father, he hunted 50% of that. I hunted 25% of that.
Right.
He's lucky to be able to hunt 55% of that.
Right.
So
in Pennsylvania, it's
in
all
Pennsylvania.
public land.
Yeah. If you don't know,
You have to know the right
when you
ground.
say public ground, it's private ground.
Private,
Yeah, public owns it.
Yeah.
It's not out here. Pennsylvania doesn't have this.
Right.
Large, vast areas of state forest or BLM or
Block management is a huge thing here too.
Yeah, and we've hunted a lot of that and somewhat successful. I mean, we did good out here. I like hunting out here. Some of my bigger racks come from out here, which was a surprise because I'm not a rack
Yeah, I was
hunter.
about to say, I shoot little guys every year, but hey.
The biggest
Meat and
rack
freezer.
came the week after?
2 weeks. We took
2 weeks after the story.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How quick we want to get into that, but
I'll get into it.
Yeah, that was fascinating.
I'll bet.
it was
I was actually probably my personal best whitetail. I mean, as far as age and size,
horns and
it was a definitely 4.5, 5-year-old deer,
Oh yeah.
which was cool.
I've always wanted to go hunt down where you guys are at too, and for where you were from Pennsylvania there.
Yeah, Pennsylvania is
It's nice.
very, very nice. Like I said, if you get in with somebody, a lot of the places are leased off. Tioga County, very northern part of Pennsylvania is, Tioga National Forest. Very large area for there. I want to say 800 acres,
Okay.
which is what, like,
It's like the Lee Metcalf.
yeah,
refuge down
similar
there,
to that, yeah. Similar in size to that there. It's not huge, but for that area, it's one of the larger swaths of land, of continuous hunting and stuff like that there. My style of hunting, when I took him hunting, I stayed with him. When my dad took me hunting, it's like, here, you sit here, I'll be
Yep.
back at dark.
Yep. That was my
So
dad
it's
too.
like you sit there and it's like, there's a squirrel, cool. And my first year sucked. I mean, I was a little bit scared. I didn't know where I was. When's he coming back? Is he gonna come back?
Yep.
It was one of them deals. Second year, it's like, you sit here, it's like, okay, so I'm gonna sit here, but I'm gonna walk down that creek and up through there. Oh, okay, well, that'd be good. You know, so me and Dad had a relationship in hunting that Pennsylvania, you were allowed to have organized drives.
Okay, yeah.
So you could get into camps and stuff like that there. We had 25 people on a roster. And just circle an area.
Yep.
And just kind of like drive deer into each other and stuff like that there. Me and Dad, we kind of did it by ourselves. So it's like, once I got to learn the lay of the land and stuff like that there, he's like, okay, so I'm gonna walk the ridge. If you want to stay on the bottom, anything I push will come right down to you. And for him, you know, just like me, for him, it's like, I want him to kill the deer. Dad wanted me to kill the deer, you know. So he would always do the circle. He would always do the stuff like that there. But as years and years went on by, we just started hunting swaths of land in a manner of, you push one, it'll come towards me. I push one, it'll come towards you. And I used it out here, and Brandon asked me if it's actually even legal. What was it, 2 years ago?
So it is. It is legal. But you can't really do it on certain areas.
Yeah, or organized.
Yes, it can't be really.
So we rolled into the spot, same spot that we met you at. We rolled in there, and here right after we rolled in, and here comes a guy in a horse trailer. So he backs in, like, you know, just so I'm new. This is your guys' ground. I'm new. Just so I don't interfere with your hunt. Where are you guys going? Well, we're going to take this trail. Are you familiar with this trail? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that. I went back to Brandon. I said, I got to get going now. He's like, what? I said, I got to get up here to this spot, because when they come around this corner, they're going to push everything up over that hill. So I'm up there, and 15 minutes maybe. Here comes two nice small racks, 8 points, I call them. You got 4x4s, whitetail. Boom, I get one, knock it down, it goes down the other side and stuff like that. They never even heard me shake. And I could see that. So I don't understand that process. But anyway, that legal or not, I don't know. I mean,
you can definitely time, like, if somebody's going here and you make the, you know, you talk to the gate and say, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go here.
I didn't say to them, it's like, okay, so wait 15 minutes and then I'm going to be sitting up on the hill. You know, it's like, I know where they're going, I'm going to try to get in front of them.
Exactly.
And that's one of the biggest things that I miss hunting with Dad. Brandon likes him. He is scared to shit to be honest.
Hey,
there's a lot more things in the woods that
grizzly
are
bears
willing
keep
to
me out of
kill
the
you.
woods too, man.
Not only the grizzly bears.
Not that guy.
So the first year, I'm set up in a spot. It's early morning, so still hunting. I love still hunting.
Yep.
So I go in and I'll set.
How are you guys doing?
Very good.
Taking one? Cool.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
You want another one too?
Yeah, I'll take another one.
So I set up on the spot, you know, to sit.
What were you drinking? I'm trying to remember.
The
Pomegranate.
Got it.
Set up on the spot to sit over a little mud puddle, water hole, whatever you want to call it, not this way. Sitting there, I hear something, I look back, here comes 2 does. It's that time of year, it could be followed by a buck, you know, so 2 does come out around and they hook around me and they continue out the little flat part that way. So I'm looking this way, up, down, movement. Oh, fucking cat.
Oh, yeah.
So he sits down about 70 yards away and just watches. His track ran about yay big, so I don't know what size that was. It was a nice size looking cat to me. But staring, and I'm like, no tag. Don't buy a cat tag, because unless you got somebody to run dogs with, you ain't gonna run into a cat. You'll never see a cat. I'm like, there's a cat. But I'm looking at him, taking some pictures of him. I got some of the, you know, the old Bigfoot pictures that are blurry, and it's like if you zoom in and draw some circles and near its ears, yeah, there's a cat sitting. But 70 yards away, there he sat for about 20 minutes. That was the most unnerving 20 minutes of my life. You know, what is this cat doing?
Hey, at least you've seen him.
He's like putting a message out. He's putting the thought process of, is this guy worth eating? You know, it's going through my mind. Is he trying to figure out how to get a meal out of him? You know, so, poof, gone.
Half the time, you don't see them.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
if you see them before, that's good.
that's a good thing.
Because other than that, they'll be
And one
behind
thing
you
is-
when you're
yeah.
holding up your elk head, and you'll see
Yeah,
Yeah.
eyeballs.
my head.
I've walked down before the top of our tracks coming in. There's cat
Yeah.
tracks.
cat tracks following
We're
you.
falling
Yeah.
out and cats calling us.
Yeah, I got
It's
some.
an eerie feeling.
I got some stories about that one too. But yeah, he poofed and gone. So I went up there and checked out his tracks and stuff like that there. So he popped in, sat down, and then just turned around and went straight back into the thick stuff, and he was gone. He had
Yep.
probably no intentions of dealing with me anymore. But tell him that story. So there's one.
Yeah.
One strike. 3 years ago,
Yeah.
give or take. I could head back in early morning. I mean, yeah, get in there as early as you can. Some people are afraid to be in the woods at night. I'm afraid not to be in the woods at night. I love that time period. I hunt though from step one.
Right.
As soon as I'm in the woods, I mean, there's more deer killed within 100 yards of the road than there is 5 miles back.
Yeah, I know that one all too well.
But I start hunting right off the bat, and I'm literally hunting in the dark, listening, stepping, walking. There's time periods and there's certain places where I will pick up the pace the best that I can. But I'm walking in, and it's just breaking daylight enough that you can maybe see, I don't know, 50, 60 yards. Out past there, it's pretty dark and stuff like that there. But that's how. About half a mile, maybe more. So I get out the deer bleed, and I just start railing on the wounded fallen thing. Hound's closer, 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 closer. Yeah, it's a couple. Cool. Ready? Now, I got 300 Weatherby, 6 to 20, I think is a scope. I'm in pretty thick timber. So I got it down on 6 as far as I can, and I'm calling and they're howling, and I'm calling and they're howling. Boom, there one goes. It's like I didn't even get a chance to pull the scope up. 80 yards out. Here comes another one in, 50 yards. And I'm coming down across, and when he stops, he's right behind a big stump. So I'm like looking, and as I'm, boom, there he goes out to scope, and I went past, and I came back past. I should have pulled the trigger.
Yep.
Gone. But for 2 hours, as I'm screaming, they're circling me, trying to figure out, and they know it's me, but they're still trying to figure out what I'm doing to that damn rabbit and how to get a meal out of it.
Yep.
And then finally, probably pushing 2 hours out, way off on the other side here, a mile and a half away, I hear howling. It's like, oh cool, the other rest of the herd's coming in, the other rest of the pack's coming in, and they're gonna not know what's going on. Maybe I'll get one out of this pack. That was it. That was the end of it. They were gone. So I think she'd run off and called me and said, "This is it. We're done." So that ended that whole scenario there. But then strike two. He's like, "I ain't going to
Yeah,
the woods."
sorry.
I said, "Oh, you got cats and wolves all over you."
Okay.
Just wanted to check.
Oh, yeah, thank you, I appreciate it.
Oh.
But was it scary? I mean, I don't know. The cat scenario, no, I wasn't allowed to shoot because I didn't have a tag. The wolf scenario, I was hunting. I had tags.
Yeah.
I could have killed 2 of them. So that was awesome. That was cool. That was great. I gotta say, it's kind of exhilarating. I don't never see myself as an adrenaline junkie. Let's go jump off a cliff. Let's do bungee jumping.
Do it.
Let's do some of that weird ass stuff that you could die from. No. Well, you go out in the woods and you have mountain lions sitting next to you and wolves circling you.
Yep.
You could die. No.
I got a rifle in my hand.
Yeah, there's no death out of that. I mean, that's nothing there. That's. But it's cool. The possibility's a little bit higher that you could die, but.
So since we're kind of on that subject, I think we'll do the grizzly bear now, and we'll circle back to that.
Yeah, so that was
Right.
a day seared into my mind that will probably never leave.
I'll bet.
Details to the point of smells. I mean, there's things that's happened that I thought were pretty important in my life that I've forgotten most of the details.
What was the, do you remember the date of the incident?
November 2nd.
November 2nd.
Yeah, early morning.
We were actually hunting that same day.
In that area.
We were
We,
in that area.
we saw 3 different agencies. So we saw DNRC, Forest Service and Montana Fish Wildlife Park trucks parked there.
Yeah, they were all over.
Yeah, they came.
They came
There's
in.
like 4 of them that showed up.
Good deal, I guess.
Yeah, it's it's a protected animal as of that time. I think they're about to change.
Yeah,
they're gonna change that.
They're looking at legislation to change that.
But yeah, at that time it was a big deal. I mean, up to a $10,000 fine if you were in the wrong. So he comes up to me looking like a goat. I mean, I've never seen him looking like that before. And I was like, well, what's going on? He's like, we either need to leave right now or we call the Fish and Wildlife because I just had to shoot a grizzly bear. I'm like, you're fucking with me. You didn't do that. He's like, I did. You want to go back and see it? I was like, no. Let's call the Fish and Wildlife and let's get this done because I believe that you didn't just shoot a deer thinking it was a bear. Or a bear thinking it was a deer. And so we called them out and they came and they're like this, that, and the other thing, and they asked a lot of questions that.
Well, let's start. Let's go back to the beginning of the day.
Okay, yeah.
let's do that.
I'm gonna make the beard go a little bit cheap.
Yeah,
Dad says, save it for later.
You're on camera. Gotta look nice.
yeah, just walk us through that morning.
Well, it was the third hunt of the year. First hunt of the year, I'd run into what was a black bear, but he was out that far and he was traveling pretty good, much smaller. I'd estimate weight possibly maybe 200, 300, smaller bear. Couldn't get a shot, all the identifying markers and stuff like that there. That's the biggest thing coming out here was to get your bear license, you had to take that little test. Well, that little test was nothing. I literally took that test as big as wide as I could just so I knew. Because I again, going back to the respect of the animal and stuff like that, there is something that, let's keep the politics part of it out of it. You know, the deer are managed in a way, here's the amount of tags, that's in question now. You know, there's certain mule deer issues, but the people that supposedly know a lot, X amount of harvest. Black bears, grizzly bears aren't on harvest, let's say you want them there. But black bear, if I could have got a shot at him, a decent shot, I would have took that. Couldn't do it. Second hunt, I had a blonde phase. I'm pretty sure it was a black bear, but it was blonde. So I didn't shoot, not knowing. 300-400 yards away, running down the mountain towards me. Now, that's a weird scenario to be in. You know, and I told the wife, I said, you know, if he'd come up the hill with the same vigor as he came down the hill, because there was a certain defilé there where I couldn't see, and you know, if he'd came back up that side, I'm on a point, drop, point. So he disappeared.
Right.
But if he'd come up my point, same vigor, I don't know if I'd have shot or not on that one there as well. You know, because I'm a big bad hunter, you know, you tell the wife, you know, don't worry, I'll survive. She's like, just make sure you sign the checks when you go, and you say, hey, I don't have to worry about it.
Good job.
But the third day, weather was not perfect, but it was nice. If you lived out here all your life, what is your favorite style of hunt?
My favorite, I personally am a still hunter. I don't stand hunt, I don't ambush hunt. I put on miles, get back in there before daylight, and I hunt.
Walk through there.
Yeah. And, you know, if something doesn't pan out there, then, you know, I'll take a drive to another gate or another area.
But the spot and stalk thing, I haven't figured that out yet.
Me neither. It's stupid hard.
Yeah, okay, so you get, so this morning, weather forecast is mixed precipitation. Wintry mix, rain, snow, sleet, whatever.
Yeah.
Low vis, clouds, rumor clouds. I love that. I mean, visibility was 80 to 100 yards. I love that kind of hunting. Still hunting, sneaking through. I don't have to worry about something 70, 80, miles off, you know, that I've possibly seen and my old legs will never get to anyway.
Yep.
If I see something that's inside my realm, it's inside what I can take care of. So, moving back through there, didn't see no animals, which was kind of odd. You know, usually you push a doe out, you bump something here, bump something there. The birds, you know, it was just one of those off mornings of it's like, this is weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but come up over, crest of the spot where I know deer bed, deer feed, deer are hanging out in this area almost pretty much every time that I'm in this spot. I've seen deer. Probably about a quarter way through this spot, a couple of does go across, scope them out real good, glass, they're nothing of interest. Keep moving in a direction of where I've shot a deer before. And here comes a buck. It's a rabbit. Nice rabbit. Pull up. Decent running shot. I mean, I got him 50, 60 yards out. Boom. Pull the trigger. One thing that I've learned out here, but fails me sometimes, is you got to keep your eyes open all the time. That tunnel vision of I shot a deer there, and I know he went there. And now that is my focus.
Right.
As I moved in that direction, a twig snapped. When I looked over, 30 yards over, covering ground, not walking, not running, moving quickly, cornering, first large bear. First, large bear. Second, when he lifted his leg up in the blonde claws, literally claws. We're not talking claws, we're talking
4-inch, 6-inch
Claws.
claw. Yeah.
Real deal. Big.
okay.
Huge.
Here's where time and your mind, I don't understand. So from that point to the point where I skinnied out of there, we're talking 10, 15 seconds. This is not a long
Oh,
time.
wow. Quick.
This is from that time to the time that I'm done. I'm leaving. The things that go through your process of mind in that point in time, first thing is claws, bear. You know, the game warden asked me that there, so I don't know if that's the thing or not. He said, so what, how'd you know it was a grizzly bear? I said, when he lifted his claws. You know, 30 yards, I seen
Big
claws.
claw.
Face shape, that was all there. But the coloration was,
Like a dark phase?
no, it was almost like a burgundy look.
Oh, okay.
It was like,
Maybe cinnamon kind of.
well, how do I want to say that? It's a red,
Okay.
a red, brown, kind of a burgundy look. It wasn't black, it wasn't blonde, it wasn't the typical grizzly bear blonde look or whatever like that. There was a darker face, grizzly bear, but blonde, very blonde fingers, claws. Pistol came out, scary, warning shot. You know, just keep moving, buddy, just keep going. The movement of that, he's seen. When he turned and looked at me, now, he's on the same track that the deer was. Because we moved up to that point where I'm following, going after where the deer was hit. So now I'm 50 yards, now we're 30 yards from give or take. If you've been in the woods, you guys definitely understand this. You understand looks. You understand twitches. You understand eye movement. You've seen dogs that look at you that you know they're going to bite you.
Yep.
Language.
This bear did not have the, oh shit, person.
Yeah, the.
Oh,
I'll eat this person.
cool, food. And he literally came at me at a run with his paws almost together, head down.
Yep.
And if it was 3 jumps, I'm not even sure if it was 3 jumps. Bounds. So we're at a point now of 10 to 15 yards. 10 to 15 feet, I'm sorry. When I described this to the game warden, I said I fired 2 shots face on, I fired 2 shots side, I fired 2 shots standing. I fired 6 shots as fast as I could. He's coming at me, 2 shots. Actually, one of them changed his thought process. You could just see how the reaction changed. He stood up, and when he stood up, first 2 shots were kind of gangster, sort of like everything, dad talking, everything I've learned. Find a front sight, draw into it, lean into it. I'm pretty sure the first 2 shots were, just clicking.
Right.
But the second shot, third shot, whatever, body, seen the front sight, fired. He changed again. His demeanor changed. You could, I mean, if you learn to read animals, and if anybody that's been in the woods for any length of time, we'll come back to the third shot. I put a thumbtack in a tree one time. Those little cat eyes, and was sitting on the side of a hill. And deer trail coming down through there. This deer is 15 feet away from me. Comes down through there, and it's like, okay, there's a tree here. All I need you to do is take 4 more steps, and I'm gonna draw when you get your head behind that tree, and I got nice 10 points. Nice 10-point whitetail here. As I'm here, I'm looking over at him. He reaches up and he smells that thumbtack. Boom! You could just see the shock through his whole system.
Yeah.
That there's a person.
There's somebody here.
Boom! He snorted, gone. Third shot changed his perspective. He dropped and started doing a spin.
Yep.
Looking for biting and ripping and hair out of it.
Trying to figure out what hit him. What got
Yeah.
him.
Which gave me a second of this gun is a 40 Smith & Wesson. It's not doing the job. It's actually laying on the ground at the end of it, but I thought I holstered it. Pulled up, told the game wardens that I shot from the hip. Get him, I got 2 black and blue marks up here. I got black and blue mark right here. So at least I had it up here.
Right.
I'm left-handed shooting a right-handed gun. So I fired. The last shot folded. Apparently it had broken his back. He was not happy, but he could not come towards me anymore.
Yeah.
I left.
I mean,
The range of emotions in the next 100 yards of huffing it as fast as I could went from I could have died. My kids waiting for me at the truck. My wife,
she had no idea until you
she's
shot that
joking
call.
about me signing the checks. I didn't sign my last check. There's a range of thoughts that go through your head at that point in time. And as you process it out, okay, so 100 yards was panic. And then I got, I don't know, it's a mile to get back to the truck. And it's like, brought up to do the right thing. I ain't always done the right thing, but I was brought up to do the right thing. We got to call somebody because this is what it is.
I'd figure out sooner or later.
I had somebody.
Maybe not, because whenever the game warden showed up, he's like, glad you called, because most people just shoot him and let him lay and never tell anybody.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you do something,
You guys
Take
sound
the
like you
blame.
handled it great.
Yeah, I
As far
mean,
as
take the blame. I mean, it is what it is. But then you're also, as waiting for the game wardens to show up. Pennsylvania does not have the greatest reputation of hiring awesome game wardens.
Bunch of assholes, huh?
yeah.
They are the worst offenders hired because they know how to do it. So we're going to hire the people that are the worst offenders at poaching, the worst offenders at whatever. We're going to hire. That's Pennsylvania's motto.
I don't think officially, but it seems to be.
I know the game wardens. I know who they were.
Well, they did tell you.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so bringing them guys out into a situation, it's like, I know what happened. He knows what happens. He trusts me. He believes me.
Just go
you gotta trust that they're gonna understand. Those guys handled themselves so professionally.
The ones here?
Yes,
Yeah.
the guys
Yeah.
that I dealt with were
They
so
were great.
professional.
Oh, yes.
And they, when I told the story, it's like, yeah, we get it. Understand. They ruled it protection,
Yep.
self-defense, whatever you want to call it. But then you got the internal.
Oh,
I mean, the internal struggle of was it a false charge? I don't know. I've never been charged by a grizzly bear before. What's a false charge look like?
you don't
It
know.
looked pretty real to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he had. I mean,
It's like you're saying, you've been in the woods long enough, you know what an animal's doing by the look in their eye.
yeah, and that's what
You can tell when a deer's about to run. You can tell when a wolf's
Yeah.
gonna do its thing.
Yeah. And that is a huge thing that needs to know, not just because, of course, since this has happened, I've looked up videos of bear charges. What's a false charge look like? What's an actual charge look like? And you actually see some of these videos where the bear's just walking past him because you're on his trail. You stepped off his trail. He's walking. The bear charged us at close range.
You know,
It's like, yeah, not really. He's just
you kind of
walking
look
by.
at you and told you better stay the hell away from me.
Yeah.
But ears pinned, close body, head low. He was not. I've run into several bears out here. I was hunting back, hiking up back of town there, Missoula, Mission, and up Mission Falls. And you get off trail one spot, there's a nice little waterfall that nobody ever sees, don't see much of that there. But we're in that area there. And weeds are up pretty good. Tana, our dog, she's a chocolate lab. She just starts this low pitch whine. I'm like, oh, come on, man, what is it? Go out there and find it. Right behind me. Go on. Nope, right behind me. Boom. 30 yards out. Here, mom stands up.
Oh man.
And the way I knew it was a mom, you can see that she was still suckling.
Yeah.
She literally had kids right there. But you hear this huffing, she'll woof, huff. And you could hear scurry, never seen them. But she's looking at me like with the look in her eye of like,
Try something.
yeah, well, I don't know. It was more like, fuck, why are you here? But she dropped down and gone. If anybody had a reason, she had kids. Now, we weren't between each other. I had a dog barking. So any of that stuff there could have turned into, who knows. Kind of scary, kind of cool.
Right.
False sense of security. Bears will run from you. I don't know. I had a black bear in the yard. We got plums. Oh my God, they love them plums.
Oh, yeah.
But they destroy them plum trees. So you go out there, you try to run them off. He's about 200 some pound bear. Brandon buzzed him with the drone. Got some really cool. That might be illegal. I don't know if I should have said that.
No, you're good. As long as you're not using it for hunting.
No.
No, we were just hazing.
It was in our tree.
That's whatever.
Whenever-
Get the hell off your property.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's public
but
property.
He hit
Private
it in the head
property.
with a shovel and it ran up our tree.
Let's go back to hunting just a little bit longer. The day that we ran into you,
Yeah.
That was a cool hunt. Because that's the first time I did a pistol harvest.
Yeah, you told me you got something that day.
Yeah. So, got back to my spot pretty quick, and was sitting there. And it's, I don't know,
Thank you very much.
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that. There, it's a couple hours after daylight. Thinking about moving. Here comes this small little Y buck.
Oh yeah.
Circles around me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not shooting you. Not gonna do it. I'd like to see a little bit bigger rock. Last year's was a nice rock.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a little bit bigger one. So he drops off the hill behind me. I hear something, half hour later. Here he is, back on this side. You cross that log, I'm gonna shoot you with the pistol.
Yeah.
So he steps over that log. He's probably about, I don't know, 40 yards, give or take. Brandon, no more 40 mil. 40 Smith & Wesson, 10 mil, Kimber, 1911 Barnacle looking thing. So I pull up, front sight, everything looks good, pulls the trigger. The deer did not react to a hit. He reacted to the sound. And he runs off and said, I missed you standing there, I ain't shooting, how you running? go over, look, here's 2 puffs of hair, which should be in out.
Yeah.
Not a burn, not shaved hair. I looked and I looked and I looked and I looked. I could not find any blood coming out. I could not find any blood in the direction that he went. I looked for an hour and a half. 150, 160 yards. I can't believe that. I hit him. He's gone. Move on. Just move on. So I went on up over and sitting up on another spot looking in the other direction. 2 hours, 3 hours later, here these ravens just start. They're not flying over. They're in the trees, under the trees. They're down in there, and it's like, I wonder if that's that deer. It's in the right spot. Now it's thick, so it could be a dead deer laying in there. Ravens found it. If the ravens are an indication, generally I find camp robbers find shit stuff first. Then your magpies are on it, then the ravens are on it.
Yep.
Well, these were ravens first. So, is it old? Is it something that something else might be on there? I might be going in there bumping, first time. Once it's happened, I told you walking in. He said, "You're walking in this in the dark." I said, "Yeah, confidence is accomplishment. It's not a state of mind. I mean, you can be confident in something,
Yep.
but if you ain't never done it, I've been through that process. I was able to perform, save myself, got out of there. So I'm confident that if another situation shows up where I'm got something, wants to make me lunch, I can convince him that I'm not on the menu. But now here I am. Is it another thing? Are you putting yourself into those dangerous areas? Ravens are on something, could be old.
Right.
I'm gonna walk down in there and see if it's my deal.
It was.
Not a smart idea. If I walk down in there, here's that same little, so his antler, he had broken antler, so it kind of looked like he was giving you a finger. It was weird, weird looking antler. But it's like, there's that antler. It's like, that's my deer. I rolled it over, and here, they had cleaned out the spot around where the bullet had hit. The ravens had pulled all the hair out of it in a matter of 3 hours. And they started working on the butt and stuff like that there. And it's like, the recycling of stuff that's left behind out here is the predators out here are very efficient at cleaning up and doing stuff. Because literally, like I said, 3 hours, they were already processing that deer. And there was little me, cool little guy. He was waiting for you guys get inside there, I'll finish up.
Yep.
Leave bones for the winter time. He was probably disappointed I ended up dragging it out.
Right.
But it was
Right.
awesome. Pistol kill, pistol harvest. That was great. But yeah, knives.
Yeah, let's talk about some knives.
Definitely specific knives that seem to not sell as well as some of the more generic knives. I mean, when you talk knives, a knife is a piece of steel that's sharp. It's got a handle on it.
Right.
But if you break into a skinning knife, give me that skinning knife, that one right there.
This guy?
Yeah, so way back in the day, my grandfather, he made very useful tools. Stuff that he needed, stuff that he couldn't get, stuff that he couldn't afford.
Right.
I couldn't afford a knife. But when you bought a knife that they said was a skinning knife, here you had this little 2-finger knife with a little blade.
Yep.
I said, I want a knife that is full handle. I want a nice full handle. You know, if I do 3 fingers, yeah, we'll crawl it up there, but I still want that full knife. And then the broad belly for skinning, very specific.
Right.
I mean, it's a skinning knife. You're not sharpening sticks with it. It's hardened a little bit harder to hold the edge longer. A little bit harder to put an edge on it, but it stays on there better. Skinning. Started making different designs, smaller knives. I like the small blades for skinning so I can control.
Right, and get
And
into
get up
all
in there.
that.
Especially, not only skinning, but when you take the diaphragm out, you get up in there, you pull the diaphragm out. You don't want a long knife cutting other stuff out.
Poking things you don't want.
Correct. Brandon likes to call these EDC knives, but they're just a smaller hunting knife, I call it.
Pretty much just your general purpose.
Yeah, definitely general purpose, a couple different styles. This one is one of those ones that we purchased with the knife guy. And we'll throw a name out there. I don't know if anybody knows him. A lot of people know him, but then when we throw his name out, it's like trying to drop a name and it's like nobody knows him. Dean Hazuka, Montana Americana. That was his business.
Doesn't ring a bell, but
It sounds very.
he did a lot of historical shaped knives, and he kind of stayed in that rustic realm of the Hudson Bay trading area. Yeah. But this shaped knife, I found is a very well all-purpose. This last year that I got, I actually gutted it, spun it, and then deboned it with just this knife. Worked very well, nice and pointy. It's not long, not too long. Well, actually that way.
same
That one's
style.
Same
yeah,
design.
same too. But yeah, that one there, nice little smaller one. Going against my grain.
I mean, it
smaller handle.
looks like you pretty much make knives for any use.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get into the, now that's a knife, dude.
That's a knife.
Yeah, I did make some bigger, larger knives. You know,
Now this is a knife.
yeah. And if you come up to that situation where it comes down to hand to hoof or hand to paw,
Yeah.
I would like something stout.
I mean,
Because I'm gonna fight, and I'm gonna tell you something else that flashed through my mind at that point in time of you know, from the time that I seen that bear to the time that he turned on me, you know, it was immediately, things are going kinetic real quick.
yeah.
Can I survive? If I can stay awake from him hitting me, if I do not go unconscious when he hits me, I need to do what? Shoot, knife, I mean bite. I mean, they
Anything.
got, yeah, whatever it takes at that point in time. But having a larger knife. Now, downside that I've been hearing, knives are heavy. This is a lot. I've hiked up the hills. Yeah, I get it. I understand it. But
I mean, some of us pack tons of weight and don't even care.
yeah, and I mean, if you can carry it, I'd rather have it and not need it than be
Exactly.
laying there on the ground and trying to figure out
Be
what
like,
I'm going to
oh,
stick
what do I
with.
do?
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, that's outside the realm of any normalized thinking that I've ever had in my life. I mean, the worst thing you can run across is a rabid raccoon outies. I mean, nope. Fuck
Hey.
yeah.
I wouldn't want to mess with them.
But when you push in 6, 8, 900 pounds, I mean, you seen the bear in the back of the truck, or you seen a picture?
Yeah,
of it?
yeah, yeah.
That was a big bear.
Yeah, it took an 8-foot bed.
8-foot bed and
Yeah.
full width. Like that's in my best guess. That's probably like a 700-800 pound bear.
That was a big bear. That's all I know.
I mean,
That was a lot of meat.
the only
a lot
bear-
of, and you would not believe how accurate.
all bent up. They run. I mean,
he
35
was
mile an hour.
bouncing around.
Solid muscle, you said.
Yeah, there wasn't the fat grizzly bear that you see
No.
on TV. This thing was Hulk Hogan.
Any shaking is just like loose skin.
No, there wasn't much of that going on. I mean, I think he started filling out for the winter.
Yep.
You know, so he started tightening up his skin and stuff like that. But when he stood up, he was like a bodybuilder. I mean, muscle.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, literal forearms and biceps and. Yeah, it was impressive.
That's
It
the
was
only thing that
impressive.
keep me out of the woods, man.
But you know, that there's a part of me that enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That interaction, that was as real as it gets. I mean,
Yeah.
there is no other purpose in life to be in the food chain than actually being on the menu in the food chain.
Yep. Not be the highest one on there.
Yeah, no, I've learned that out here. You are not. There's multiples.
Yep.
And some things even that you wouldn't even suspect. I think I'm more afraid of a moose.
Yep.
I think I'm more afraid of coming face to face with a moose than.
I apply for one every year.
Yeah,
Never get it, but
yeah, so.
I would love to run across one with tag in my hands.
Yeah. But yeah, the knives are awesome. I enjoy doing it. It's a fun process. I think that even though, I mean, some of the prices, we're low on our prices. I know we're low on our prices, but for me, I still think it's kind of high. $125. I'd like to see 3 out of that because that is full.
I mean,
that one is literally full.
You look at a similar knife like this in a shop, like let's say Sportsman's or Cabela's, you're looking $250, $300 plus easy all day long. And those are like the Gerbers and the Kershaws and the main brands.
And then then that falls back to what are you looking for? I mean, people have asked me, so what do you think about this guy at the Y, MKC? Apples and oranges. I mean, he's a knife manufacturer. He's factory. I mean, factory heat treat. He's got the ovens. He's got everything going on now. He's just got in some water jets or laser jets. I'm not really sure what he's cutting his knife blanks out with.
He's got big time sponsored hunters, Remy Warren, all these people that are like swear by his knives, and
because he kind of put me in charge of like pricing and like running the business or whatever, and he's gonna make the knives. I figure out the rest. And I looked at Montana Knife Company, and most of theirs, give or take, $250 range. And I was like,
it's not the quality you guys are.
Yeah, but if we put the $250 price tag on it, that's plenty to share between the both of us and make the needs met.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you're still, I mean, it's either you buy one of those or you buy one of ours, and it's the same price. You can decide the quality yourself and whatnot, but I mean,
it's handmade.
And that's the big part.
Yeah,
you're handmade. You do it small time. You're not.
So you're forging all the blades.
Yeah.
You're working on metal. You're making all the leather work.
Yeah.
we had a lady.
You are literally like the epitome of a small business, and it's amazing.
This was a lady out of Ronan that had done a couple of sheaths for us, and she did this one.
Yeah, she did some really nice work.
And she does do nice work, but
she got interested in the outdoors and
again, hers kind of seem again more like mass produced. Like your guys' sheaths are.
You can tell they're handmade.
Yes, they fit the knives like.
Yeah. I do try to waterform some of them.
Knives.
The water forming that he's done. So there's different materials here. This is.
It's an oil tan leather.
Yeah. So the oil tan leather is softer,
leather.
more flexible or whatever. It's softer. It feels better. The veg tans, you can get into. They're a little bit stiffer. I like the veg tan better. It's a little bit stiffer. It's a harder knife sheath.
What's the only leather you can water form?
Yeah, it takes a water forming, so it fits almost perfect to the edge. It is to the knife. You can't get this knife in that sheath and type stuff, depending on the shape of the handle and the differences.
Pretty much per product.
Correct. That's a nice shape one too. Yeah, I like the little small blades, big bellies. I mean, you can get in there, but very, very specific to skinning.
Right.
I mean, it's not good for any price sharpen a pencil with it.
So I guess to kind of wrap up this section, what kind of knives do you mainly look for? Do you look for sharpness? Do you look for sturdiness? Do you look for the way it feels in your hand? Is it a combination?
It is definitely a combination. One, we went with 1095 steel, ideal for edge retention. Again, form, function. Is it pretty? Pretty sells, I get that. But I'm a function type person. It has to function. Downside to 1095, it will take tarnish if you don't take care of it. Now, if you take care of it, meaning every time you use it or something like that, there blood,
Anytime it gets wet.
water, onions. Onions are hard on them. Turn them black.
Really?
Yeah, you cut through an onion, lay it on the counter, it'll be a black spot right there where you cut through it. But it's just not very stain resistant.
Okay.
1095 is a very functional steel for that. The stainless steels, we may be branching into, because I like to make everybody happy. I have heard that story, you'll never make everybody happy.
Yeah.
But we haven't had any, take a knife, show me what it does, let me know the bad.
Right.
It's all been good. Yeah, sharpen that knife, I spun a hole up with it, didn't do anything. I could clean it up on a steel a little bit, it was good to go, blah, blah, blah. But also keeping people happy, I want to get into some kitchen knives, you know, some of the thinner knives. The thing with a honey knife versus a kitchen knife, a honey knife is a little bit thicker because you're bone.
Right.
You know, you're not really cutting vegetables. A thick knife cutting vegetables, you end up popping. So a thinner knife, it'll be a thinner knife that we're going to be putting out there. Kitchen use should be stainless. So we're going to branch into some of the stainless steels and stuff like that there. That involves some different heat treating, some different tempering and stuff like that there, some different processes there that we're not. 1095, very forgiving. You have a very broad range. I've worked with W2, very specific numbers. I mean, that you have to hit in your processes of heating. You know, they want you to be between like 5 degrees for 10 minutes, and then blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't know the exact numbers and the exact times and stuff like that there, but 1095, you know, you get it up to the 1425, 1435, you know, it's non-magnetic, you're good to go. But he's printed out, he's a tech guy, so he has all my papers with and stuff like that there for that kind of stuff. But
Yeah, I'm sure people can find the specs of your guys' knives.
yeah.
I mean, 1095 is no secret to how to heat treat it. It's all out there on the internet, how to find it. And what
As
you
long
need
as
to
your
do for it.
right foot's facing north and your
There you go, and you're holding your ear the right way in your mouth.
and you gotta wait for the sun to come over the mountain.
I'm pretty sure it's just non-magnetic,
But there's a certain time frame there. You are waiting for something to happen, not just say temperature, and that's the biggest thing that I learned in the processes of getting there.
carbon migration.
Yeah. There's a lot of little phrases and stuff.
Well, I do gotta say, you guys make an amazing product.
I appreciate that greatly.
And
What's the best way people to find information on the
right now it is
That card that I gave you is the
An
only thing
email?
we have right now.
Okay.
We are in works. We have appointments and stuff like that to start the business.
Yeah, this is actually going to be a thing now. I'm quitting my day job, fully devoted to this.
we'll get you guys out there.
That's awesome. That is huge.
Because prior to that, it was just a hobby.
Yeah.
We would go to a gun show and see what we could do. But now this year, we're working with the local.
But there will be a web page that you can actually purchase it from.
Yeah.
Right now, it
Eventually.
is just an email. I do have a Facebook page, but I got restricted on Facebook. I said something apparently I wasn't supposed to.
Oh man, Facebook censor.
Yeah, I've been in Facebook jail for a while now, so I don't know if I'm getting out there anymore on Facebook.
Oh, well.
But, I mean, it's just so that you can see the process. I was told that real is real and fake is fake, and I mean, we're real. I mean, I'm out there in the mornings beating on a hammer, waking my neighbors up on the anvil, and, you know, running the grinder, and
Not too many members.
we got one
We
neighbor.
wake the bison up.
Yeah,
We're surrounded on
I got a
three
nice
sides
picture
by
that I
bison.
took.
Nice.
Nice picture I took this morning. So I figured it was going to be nice and sunny down here, and so I wanted to show you guys what it looked like when we left this morning. This was, if it worked. So this was this morning when we left. The buffaloes are out there. The
Oh, man.
hoarfrost, everything's iced up. It's like
Oh, yeah.
23 degrees or something like that there. Yeah, so it was cool. It was, I mean, I love living there. The inspiration of being out here. This area has such a huge, rich history
Yep.
compared to Pennsylvania. I mean, Pennsylvania has its here and there, but I don't know. Maybe it's just you get used to it after living out there for so long. But we went to Fort Cone, and we're down on this side. So you guys may argue the fact, since we are down here, Fort Cone is the oldest building in Montana.
Okay.
You're going to argue that one that's in Bitterroot somewhere that's older. But supposedly that one was moved. I don't know the argument. I was confused by the whole process.
I am too, because I guess I don't.
But when we went there,
first.
Well, Fort Owen?
I want to say.
but this is a Hudson Bay Trading Company building or whatever, you know. So the guys, it's like, yeah, this is the oldest building, and I'm like lapping up all this historical stuff and like out there, you know, from Fort Cone, the Hudson Bay Trading area, and fortunately, a lot of those blanks that we did get from that guy, he was very into the history of Rich.
Historical designs.
So he's got a lot of historical designs, which, I mean, yeah, I mean, there is no patent on knife shapes. I mean, it's a knife shape. You can't patent a knife shape. So we can make them and do them and stuff like that there and follow the history and stuff. And I'm into that part of it. But like I said, main reason I got into it is you find that shape out there somewhere. That's mine. They copied it. I made that 35, 40 years ago. Not that much, but mine's at home. I should have brought it. I don't get rid of that one.
You've actually sold a lot of those.
Yeah.
The prototypes or
Yeah,
whatever, our first iterations of a lot of these knives, we should have kept them, but in the essence of needing money.
Yeah, the whole cash flow thing is the thing. You know, we're trying to stay. I don't want to get a loan. The big thing that we just run into, Western Montana businesses. I'm not going to say their name wrong. They are awesome help. So we went in there and it's like, you know, I don't even know if we're in the right building and you know, we're looking to start up a business. Oh, you're in the right building. What are you looking to do? Blah, 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 blah. We're knife making. That's cool. That's pretty cool. You know, and then we'll pay for that. We got a grant. We pay for that. We'll do that. So they're going to actually create a web page for us. We'll have to upkeep it, of course. They're going to get us our business ID numbers and stuff like that. So we're legal and Uncle Sam ain't banging on our door some night, which is a possibility.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, hey, we will definitely do our part. Trying to get your guys' name out there.
Yeah, and we'll do what we can. I have a couple followers.
Not too many.
Yeah, not too
But
many.
when's the next show you guys?
We will be definitely at Fort Collin Father's Day. We will definitely be at Montana Fur Harvesters in Ronan. Those will definitely be shows. What's the next gun show we're going to? Billings. Kalispell. We'll be doing a gun show in Billings. We'll probably be doing, I don't know if it's going to be at the hotel again or if it's going to be at the fairground.
The Missoula one?
The Missoula one.
I haven't seen anything about
We'll bounce those when we clarify and
Yeah.
set those names in.
Oh yeah.
But the Blue Sky Gun Show Corporation they've got 30 gun shows this year, and they just go bouncing between cities and whatnot. I would like to hit all of them, but Billings is 400 miles away, and that's a rough drive to do 8 times a year.
Yeah.
So we may not get to all of those, but at least one of those.
Yeah, I mean, we've done some flea market stuff or whatever you want to call it, street stuff, farmer's market. I'm not 100% sure. We've done well in some of those places. And this past year supposedly wasn't a good year for people to loosen up their pockets and say, yeah, I can buy a $200 knife or a $300 knife. And I know our knives are cheap. I've seen other knives out there. And the really, really, truly sad part about this, and I'm not going to be the one to say him. We've gone to gun shows where I know they brought the knives. They bought the whole deal. I mean, it's a nice looking
You
knife.
can go on eBay
But if you look at it,
and see.
it's not hand forged. It kind of looks like Damascus, but it's not really Damascus.
No.
I think it's etched somehow. And you know, he's selling it for $500. Until he found out we were selling our knives for $250, and then he sold his knives for $200.
Right.
And you know, he kind of outsold us on that day, and that's fine. You know, I know what I got, and I'm not a used car salesman. I'm not going to push you into it. When you come up to our stand, I mean, if you want to know about knives, I'll talk to you for how long you've been here, hours. I can talk to knives all day long.
Right.
I love the process of making the knives, and I'll tell you whatever. And I've multiple times told Brandon and my wife, if I start talking too much, tell me to shut up.
I will throw this out here. Apparently our room time is done.
It's done.
So.
I get it. I've been there more
Hey,
than once.
that's awesome. This has been awesome. This has been super awesome.
Yeah, it'd be great to have if you have us back for some other.
Oh,
things.
hell yeah. I mean, hell, we might even do a full knife episode
That'd be
and
cool.
just feature your knives.
Hey, whatever you guys are into. I mean, I was talking to him. It's like I told him
Bear
about
season's coming up. I mean, turkey season.
I got some spots I want to go for the spring bear season.
Hell yeah.
But I was telling him about the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel or whatever, and how he kind of like retired. And I was like, what if these guys wanted to do stuff like that? Like,
Oh, yeah.
going out and camping
Yeah,
and stuff like
let
that.
us know.
And if you guys want to do it, let us know, because we'll hop right on that wagon.
Hell yeah. It's been good having you guys. Brian, Brandon.
Yep,
Thank you again from the Meat in the Freezer crew, and till next time, let's go get them.